Yo. Ah! Ah! Let me zoom in a little bit. You already know you got to see this beautiful, handsome face. Ah! I don't even. Okay. Ah! Okay. Let me get my thoughts together, man. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all doing good. You know, just staying safe, staying alive. So we driving today, okay? I gotta be really careful because I have notes here, right? Because this is a topic I had some thoughts about, and I wasn't gonna be able to just come on camera and go off the top like I normally do. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of my videos that I do on the camera, or that I've been doing on camera, has been off of here. Like, I would have some pre-thoughts, of course. You know, I always gotta make sure I'm somewhat prepared when I do any type of video. But for the most part, yeah, most of the videos I've done on camera have been off of here with some pre-thoughts and just going, you know, just going once I start talking. But at this video here, I had to write down a few stuff because it's almost like it is a follow-up from a video I did 2 years ago. Okay, I'm gonna link that video in the cards. You know, I'm gonna start to use that a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna link that video in the cards. If I don't do that, I'll definitely have it in the description. So I'm trying to look at the notes, and I'm trying to look at my GPS because I'm heading home from the gym. Yeah, you know, I'm back in the gym. All right, it feels good. Okay, all of that's beside the point, man. So just a little housekeeping, you know, before I get to the actual video, the actual topic of this video. Yo, can you believe it, man? Like I said, maybe in the last video or the video just before, this was the year I put the most time, effort, invested the most anything in my channel. Like I said previously too, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is there now. It's there for y'all to see, man. Yo, like, okay. Like I said, when I get monetized, I said when I get monetized, I'm gonna do okay, the giveaway was for when I get to 1K. Okay, so that's gonna happen. If it doesn't happen by the end of this year, it's definitely gonna happen for the new year. Okay, the giveaway, I mean. Now, when I get monetized, I was thinking about what exactly I was gonna do. It was kind of difficult for me to completely decide what I was gonna do, but I think I will just do like a motivational kind of video, like a, you know, 1K and monetize, like, you know, you could do it too kind of thing, because I have thoughts on that too. Okay, I might have to write down some stuff too, but for the most part, I do have thoughts on that too. Okay, with all of that being said, okay, if y'all see any ads on this video, you already know. You already know what that means, man. Hard work fucking pays off, man. I'm like, one little thing I'll say, if you want to like promote your videos and shit, go on Reddit. I'm not going front, that's a little thing I would just promote on IG and somewhat Facebook. Join Reddit, make a big difference too, man. Okay. Okay, the topic we talking about, okay, so how you spell it? Jussie Smollett. So I did a video on the original thing, right? 2 years ago, okay? I'll insert a clip for y'all to see. But what can I say? Yeah, so she brought it up to me, right? The same day or the next day that it happened. And I looked it up, right? And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I really felt bad. Like, it was 2 people that attacked him. I mean, let me put that in quotation mark. But it was 2 people that attacked him, right? And I'm like, wow, and he's black, so like, damn, another hate crime. Because we know how serious hate crimes are. And before I even knew that he was a part of the LGBT community, he was black. So more than likely they would classify it as a hate crime, which, let me be clear, if it was actually a real thing, it would be a hate crime. So it's 2 years later, okay? I looked at that video, I'm like, damn, I was such a young whippersnapper on YouTube during that time, but that's beside the point. I wanted to talk about it now as this follow-up because honestly, man, I feel so fucking stupid. I feel so, maybe let me not say stupid because y'all gonna look at me wrong, but I feel so naive for actually believing that shit. And I was skeptical about it at first, but at that time, I was very emotional. It was emotionally charged, emotionally driven. It was the way I took it. It was like him trying to go against Trump, or like something along those lines. If you know what I mean. Because if you remember around that time, Trump was the president, right? And then hate crimes was happening. It was kind of, I don't want to say rampant like OD, but hate crimes were happening at that time. So in my head, I'm like, wow, another hate crime, and that a hate crime that's that serious. I was all for it. Like, I was all on board. Like, I wanted to believe that shit, no matter how crazy and far-fetched circumstances it was. I wanted to believe that shit. Now I look back at it like, man, Bart, like, man, you see how stupid you look, bro? Because even a few of the comments on that video, I'm like, man, I just look back on it like, man, he had me in the first half, man. He had a lot of people though, because I remember the news, the media coverage on that shit too was crazy too. He had people fooled. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, this man is a good ass actor. This man is a good ass actor. The fact that he went to such extent and such great lengths to lie about some shit like that, I'm like, bro, you know, and to have people fooled too, that's where the great acting comes in. I'm like, yo, so he's been found guilty of 5 of the 6 felony counts of disorderly conduct for falsely reporting a hate crime. Okay? And all in all, I'll say this just first and foremost. I won't be surprised if he doesn't serve any time. I won't be. I don't think anyone will be. But if he does serve some time, I'm not going to front. You deserve it. Because you had so much people fooled. There was the article that I read, I'll leave in the description, of course. It said there was a $130,000 investigation. You caused them Chicago 6 figures to investigate a fake crime, and a hate crime at that, around the time where hate crimes was becoming rampant. So I guess adding those circumstances into the case makes it worse for him, because like I said, if y'all remember around that time, hate crimes were happening. Like, you know, all them, you know, pro-Trump people was you know, they were just showing their full support, and by doing that, they was, you know, committing hate crimes. I guess that's how they decided to show their support. Some stupid shit, but that's beside the point. I think adding those circumstances into the case makes it worse for him, and I think they said he was facing like 2 or 3 years. Like I said, if he faces time, he deserves it when you add in those circumstances, okay? And he had people fooled. Like, he had people actually genuinely feeling bad for him. And then I had to like, I watched my video over, okay? So I was trying to remember the like, why he did it, like what caused him to do it. I was trying to remember, and he was upset that his role in Empire was like dwindling. Like, he just wanted attention, all of that. I'm like, bro, what? Yo, this is one of those things where I'm like, yo, if he was my friend, I would just be like, bro, you see how stupid you are, man? That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Cause let's just say, yeah, his role was dwindling on that show. You could have got another opportunity. I don't see anybody hiring this guy anymore now, man. He might have to go into a different industry, whatever the hell that industry would be. Because to do something like that is crazy to me, man. This is crazy to think now. And I'm like, yo, I was so naive in that video, bro. I was like, yo, I really believe this shit. I'm sorry to keep repeating that, but I'm just mad. I'm honestly mad at myself. And this is another thing I'm gonna insert a little clip of, and I pray to God I don't get copyrighted for this, for inserting this clip. You know, trying to get monetized and whatnot. I don't want no issues with that. So Dave Chappelle, you already know how I feel about Dave Chappelle. So he said, he actually talked about it in one of his stand-ups, and I'm gonna insert a very small clip of what he said.
Is that we were supporting him with our silence because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
And it was from that moment that I just had to like slap myself, like, bro, you see that? Don't like Dave Chappelle is like the voice of reason. I'm like, yo, if he's saying that, man, I just had to be one of the most idiotic people, man, to really believe that shit, man. Seriously. So I'm gonna insert that clip for y'all to see, because when I saw it, I'm like, yo, he is so right. He is so correct with that, man. He really got me believing that shit, bro. I'm so mad at myself. I shouldn't be, because he fooled a lot of people. Because, like I said, I remember the media coverage on that shit. He had people genuinely feeling bad for him for no reason. So that's why now I'm like, man, give him time. Give him time. Yeah, so much people fooled, and so much people by his side ready to defend his ass for no reason. You know? So it actually came out, right, that he's dating one of the guys, or seeing one of the guys, or previously, whatever the hell it was. And in my head, I'm like, okay. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to phrase it properly, like, one of those two guys, did they not think this shit was stupidity? Like, they did not think, like, man, maybe we shouldn't do this. I mean, I do remember, not the exact number, but I remember he, Jussie, I don't know how the hell you pronounce it. I know it's not Jesse, it's not spelled Jesse. Whatever the hell, however you pronounce that shit. He offered them a lot of money. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I remember when I did see it, I'm like, okay, I could understand why they did it, monetary wise. But after that, I'm like, yo, did one of them not think like, man, this is stupid, man, maybe we shouldn't do this? Like, did logic just leave their brain once the money came out? Which happens often, but like, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if they got charged too. Cause, like I said, they went to such great extent. They tied a noose around his neck. They yelled slurs at him. What else was it? I know it was something with a Subway, with a Subway sandwich too, or some shit like that. I'm like, man, I hate that shit, man. I just hate that I believed it. And I'm thinking back on it even more now that I'm talking about it right now. I'm like, man, he really had us fooled, bro. Good ass acting, man. That's Hollywood at its finest, bro. The fact that he had so much people believing that shit. And like I said, now I don't see him getting another role. I don't think he even got a role since then. Like, and I don't see anybody wanting to hire him, because that's crazy to me. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say about this topic. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Okay, I wanted to ask, right? Like, was it worth it at the end of the day? Like, I just think on it, right? Okay? You did all of that, right? It led to nothing, right? was it worth it? Like, what went through his head when he thought, hey man, let's do this and that, let's report a fake hate crime? Like, what went through his brain? Like, I just want to know that. That's the question I would ask him if he was my friend. Like, yo bro, what were you thinking? Like, you didn't think it would go to this extent? Most likely that's probably what he thought. He probably didn't think it would go to this extent. He probably thought, you know, I'm gonna report this fake hate crime, then I'm gonna, you know, they're gonna feel bad for me, they're gonna offer me some more roles or some shit like that. I bet he was asked up. I bet he was shitting his pants when the Chicago Police Department was like, you know what, we're gonna actually investigate this shit. I bet, because it's a hate crime too. Like, a hate crime carries more leverage and more weight than just a regular crime. And you know, he falls into two categories, you know, being homosexual and being black too. And like I said, around that time of hate crimes happening. So he should have really thought this through. He should have waited until Biden became president and hate crimes aren't happening as much, you know? They probably still would have looked into it, but it wouldn't have been so crazy like it is now. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to say about this topic, man. Like I said, let me know what y'all think. And honestly speaking, were you fooled by this when it first happened? Please let me know, because I don't want to be the only one in this boat anymore, man. Because I most definitely was fooled by this shit when it first happened. So yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. More videos coming soon.